congratulations on getting your braces on today. You're on your way to a fantastic new smile, and we couldn't be happier that you chose us at SmileOn Orthodontics to help you along your way. So you'll notice that there is a clipboard with a sheet in front of you and a pen. We're going to go through each of these items on the list here. It's your guide to having a successful journey through braces. So the first one on there is the home care kit. You'll notice in your bag of goodies that you've got a little kit that looks like this. It could be purple, it could be red, whatever color that you chose. It's full of awesome items that will help you take care of your braces along the way. In it is a little timer. It's gonna help you time how long to brush for. There's a soft bristle toothbrush in there. There's a little mirror in case you ever wanna look in those hard to reach places in the back of your mouth. There's some dental floss. There's some wax. And there's a proxy brush. This proxy brush is one of my favorites because it helps to get in between those braces to those spots that maybe food or gunk has gotten into, so that one's cool. You can get these on Amazon. We do have a couple more in the office too if you'd like. This home care kit is so important. It's got all the things that you're gonna need. We recommend keeping it in your purse or in your backpack and using it whenever you feel like you need to. So go ahead and initial right next to that home care kit. All right, moving on to brushing, flossing, and mouthwash. So Doc Ock loves his 3-2-1 rule. What's his 3-2-1 rule? He recommends brushing 3 times a day, first thing in the morning, usually after lunch if you're able to, if not, maybe after school or after work, and last thing before you go to bed. 3 times. The two is for mouthwash. You want to mouthwash morning and evening, and the 1 is for flossing. You're going to want to floss at least once a day. Let's talk a little bit more about how to brush and how to floss with your braces. So brushing, we recommend that you use a soft bristle brush or an electric toothbrush if you have one. We do sell electric toothbrushes with water picks in the office. If you're interested, just let us know. But you can get them. Oral-B is great, Sonicare is great. So with brushing, you're gonna wanna brush each quadrant of your mouth, the 4 sections, top, right and left, bottom, right and left, for 30 seconds each. That's where this timer comes into play. The timer's great, it's for 2 minutes. We also recommend an app called Brush DJ. It's free to download. You can choose any song that you want. It's timed for 2 minutes and it dings at you every 30 seconds when you need to switch quadrants. So you're gonna brush over the brackets. You're gonna brush your tooth along the gum and underneath in small little circles. We never wanna do a sawing motion. We don't want you cutting those teeth, right? Soft, small circles. On the front side of your tooth, the bottom of your tooth, as well as the back side of your tooth. So that's it. We know you're gonna do a fantastic job brushing. Next is flossing. So for flossing with your braces, we recommend that you use either a platypus flosser. You'll notice that you've got samples of a couple in your bag. We sell them here in the office as well. You can get them at CVS, any drugstore, as well as Amazon. And it's great because it looks like flossers that you might have used before you got braces, but it's specially designed to get in between the wire and the brackets on your teeth and allow you to floss like you would with a flosser. It's got a nice little pick on the other side as well. You'll also notice that you have a white little envelope with floss threaders. They look like this, little blue, it looks like a little needle, has a hole in it. You just thread your floss through the hole, and then you're able to take the thread, go right in between your wire and the tooth surface. You want to pull out only one end, and now you're able to use the floss like you normally would to floss your teeth. And that's how you floss with braces. I know it seems a little weird at first, but you're gonna get really quick at it and you're gonna do fantastic with your flossing as well. All right, so I'll give you a second to go ahead and initial right next to flossing, brushing, and mouthwash. You can go ahead and initial next to proxy brush and floss threaders as well, because we talked about those. So next, let's talk about the food list. With your braces, there's gonna be certain items that you're gonna wanna stay away from. We recommend staying away from anything sticky, chewy, hard, gooey. Those are foods that are gonna be like caramel or chips. Anything hard, don't bite into an apple. You can use a fork and knife. Sticky, chewy, gooey, hard things are likely to break your brackets. We don't want you breaking brackets. So it's perfectly okay to eat many of the foods, the healthy foods, that you typically eat. We're just gonna ask that you eat them a little differently. So fork and knife are gonna be your best friend. Anything harder than a banana you don't wanna bite into, you wanna go ahead and cut up into small little pieces. On the back of the sheet, there's a list of do's and don'ts for food items. So go ahead and take a second to read through those. You'll notice we do want you to eat fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, dairy, whole grains, but again, anything harder than a banana, use a fork and a knife. Stay away from sugary substances. They're bad for your body, they're bad for your teeth. Things like candy, popcorns, the kernels tend to get stuck in between the teeth, also break brackets off. Anything hard, don't bite into. Stay away from chewing on ice, it's not good for you. And then stay away from acidic foods as well, like sodas. All right, so go ahead and initial right next to that food list. Great, so the next item on our list is wax. Sometimes when you get brackets put on, it doesn't happen to everybody, but they rub up against your lips. They cause little sore spots. We want that to happen. We want the area to get calloused over. It's how your mouth gets used to those brackets. But if it's super uncomfortable, we're gonna suggest using wax. So there's a little kit like this inside the bigger kit. It's got strips of wax. You can go ahead and pull off a little bit whenever you're feeling soreness in your mouth and work it between your fingers, get it nice and soft and pliable. And then we recommend having the surface of the bracket that you're gonna be placing it on to be really dry. So grab a paper towel, suck that saliva, wipe around that bracket, work that wax and place it right over one of the brackets till it's covering anything that might seem a little bit pointy in your mouth. Again, if you can do without the wax, awesome. We want those calluses to form, but if you can't, that's what it's there for. So go ahead and initial next to wax. And the next item on the list is achiness. Sometimes braces can be a little uncomfortable and they should never cause you so much pain that it's unbearable. There might be a little bit of discomfort. When there is discomfort, we recommend that you take some Tylenol if you're able to. Tylenol is better than Advil or ibuprofen because Advil and ibuprofen suppresses that inflammatory response. And the inflammatory response tells our bodies to send cells to work their magic in those areas, right? So we want the inflammation and we want our cells doing the hard work for us to help move those teeth. So we recommend Tylenol over Advil or ibuprofen. The other thing you can do is warm saltwater rinses as well. So those things will really help you with that discomfort. Go ahead and initial next to achiness. Next on the list is breakage. If anything ever breaks, if a bracket comes off, if an appliance feels like it may not be working like it should, if something feels loose in your mouth, if something comes off, give our office a call right away. Oftentimes we're able to walk you through how to get comfortable on the phone. We'll also assess whether or not there's some home remedies, some home fixes that you can do to get yourself comfortable, or whether we're gonna have you come back into the office to be seen. So anything with breakage, give us a call right away. Now, we do implement a 3-strike rule in this office. Oftentimes we notice that certain things will break because you're not doing the things that you know you should be doing. If you're eating the foods on the food list that you shouldn't be eating, anything sticky, chewy, gooey, hard, and you're breaking off brackets, well, then you're gonna prolong the treatment process, right? We don't want that for you. So stay away from those foods. If you do tend to eat those foods and break brackets, the first 3 times a bracket's broken, it's on us, there's no charge for that. But after that, there is a charge for each additional broken bracket. Again, just because we want you to maintain good, healthy habits during the process. Go ahead and initial next to breakage. The next thing on this list is emergency. Typically, you shouldn't have orthodontic emergencies. If there is trauma to the mouth, if you get hit in the mouth, we're gonna ask that you go to an ER or worst case scenario, call 911. But if you are experiencing any discomfort, soreness, if something just doesn't feel quite right, then go ahead and give our office a call. Oftentimes we're able to walk you through how to get comfortable, or we'll bring you in if we need. Remember, we're always available via text message on our site or the phone. Over the weekends, leave us a message. Somebody will call you back. Go ahead and sign an initial next to emergency. Next on the list is appointments. We are going to want to see you back regularly through this whole process. Sometimes appointments will be as soon as 4 to 6 weeks. Sometimes they may not be for 10 to 12 weeks. We're going to ask that you please make appointments before you leave the office for the next time, or at least give us a call back within a day or two of your appointment so we can schedule your next appointment. There are certain appointments that we do only during particular times of the day because they require more doctor time from Doc Ock to be chairside and focused on you. And so longer appointments, it could be a complex adjustment, it could be an appointment like today where you got your braces on, or an appointment where you're going to be getting your braces off. Those longer appointments we tend to do in the middle of the day, but most of your quicker, shorter visits, ones that you're going to have more often than the others, we're able to accommodate schedule needs, maybe before school, after school. But we ask that we all share the wealth because there's only so many of those. And we want to make sure that it's fair to everyone, that everybody gets at least a handful of appointments that work for their schedule, along with some that may be in the middle of the day. We also have a 3-strike rule with our appointments. If you do end up having to reschedule an appointment within 24 hours of your appointment, it's no problem. We understand life happens, people get sick, things come up. But if it becomes a habit and you have to do that more than 3 times, we do charge a small nominal fee for that 4th and every reschedule beyond that. Go ahead and initial next to appointments. Next on the list is visiting your dentist. Super important that you stay on top of your dental hygiene during this process. Braces tend to attract plaque and bacteria, and we want to make sure that you're visiting the dentist every 6 months for a cleaning while you're in braces. We actually recommend, if you're able to do cleanings even between your 6-month cleanings. So ideally, every 3 months, have a visit with your dentist. The dentists in our area are fantastic about understanding that you have braces and they're going to require a little bit more upkeep. So there's specially priced appointments for those in-between cleanings. So if you can, try and go see the dentist every 3 months for a cleaning. At the very least, every 6 months. Go ahead and initial next to visiting the dentist. Now the last item on the list is sharing the gift of a smile. You're so awesome. You're so lucky to be on this journey. We are excited for you. We're happy to walk along it with you. But we want you to spread the love and spread that smile to everyone else that you know. So tell your family, tell your friends about Doc Ock and the Smile Entourage. Have them come in to visit us. Our consultations are always complimentary, and we're happy to spread that love onto everybody else that you know as well. So go ahead and initial that you'll go ahead and share the gift of a new smile with somebody else that you know. All right, so we've made our way through the sheet. It's here for you to take home. At the end of your visit today, we'll go ahead and scan it into your chart. You can sign underneath where it says patient signature and date it. If you are under 18 years old, we're gonna go ahead and ask mom or dad, whoever brought you to the appointment, to sign it as well and date it. And then you can leave the clipboard on the end table. The assistant that was working with you before this video will come by, make sure that they go over any questions that you may have about the sheet. And once we have it scanned in your chart, it's yours to take home. So again, congratulations on getting started with braces. We can't wait to see what the finished product is gonna look like. We know you're gonna do fantastic with them. Thanks, bye.